Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Let's talk about Sheila and Taylor. So, last thing you saw, Sheila looked like she was about to lose her balance, and Taylor tried to save her. And by doing that, she somehow almost wound up falling off the ledge. Sheila wound up saving her. They started hugging and everything like that, having this whole little bonding moment. And here's the thing about this whole bonding experience, whatever you want to call it. It seemed like it was nice on paper. And, Taylor's not there talking about how thankful she is. Oh, you saved me, this, that, and the third. And you're going to have a place in, the family's lives and, be able to see your grandson and everything. And your son will be so proud of you. And in reality, as fans, we sit there and look at that. And I don't know if anyone else was like really liking that scene, but it it pissed me off. It pissed me off, to be honest, because we all know that her daughter's in the hospital because of her. Her son is dead because of her, and yet they're having this whole bonding experience and everything like that. And it's like, not only is it something that's just not gonna last, but it just pisses me off. You know, um, now I will sit there and say to some extent, it did kind of. I mean, there was one point where she actually shot Taylor. Of course, she left for an extremely long time, but whatever. Shot her. Now there's Nadia hugging, and Taylor's like, I never thought I'd be saying today. I never thought I'd be saying that you actually saved my life. And I'm just like, if you only knew how so wrong that whole sentence is, seeing how your daughter's in a hospital because of her. Um, Now, Hope was there to talk to Steffi to try to wake her up, and I'm going to be honest. It just, none of that worked for me. None of it. None of it. The whole, I looked up to you and yada, yada, yada. Eh, come on. I get why people do that when they're in the hospital, but it's one of those things where it's like, not that long ago, y'all were going at each other like it was a typical Tuesday. And I'm supposed to sit there and buy that, oh, I've always looked up to you and this, that, and no. It's just, no. No, 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 no. The whole thing just didn't work for me. And I was so glad that scene was over. Now Rich comes in there. Gonna be honest, it mm, it was a very emotional scene. After out of all the talks that he was in there doing with Steffi to try to wake her up and this, that, and the third, and how annoyed I was in there getting, I was getting really annoyed by those same conversations of him just saying the same things in different words. I gotta sit there and say that this conversation was it was emotional, because he talks about his other daughter and um, being gone and being taken from him, and like at that point, I was like, wow, this is sad. It was. I mean, I felt that it was genuinely sad. Um, and it's funny too because the I was on Instagram and I think they have this page where they talk about Born and Beautiful, and one of the things they were talking about was supposed to be this very emotional, sad part, and I think it started off with Rich was like, when you hurt, I hurt. All these scars are because of all the times I failed you, or something like that. It was like, man, this is so emotional, and I looked at that scene like, no, it's the same damn things that he was saying over and over again. This scene, on the other hand, I felt that. Now she does wake up. If you saw the previews, you know she wakes up. I'm sitting there looking at this whole thing, and I'm like, where did she get shot at? Because they're making it seem like she got shot in her head or something. Anyway, she wakes up. She can barely talk. Ridge gets everyone. Um, Liam is there. He didn't really do much of anything. Thomas is there. They mostly just sat there and talked about what Taylor was. And Taylor got back with Sheila. And, she was like, hey, we're just not going to talk about this right now. We're not going to really tell him right now. So they get back there. And, well, at this point, again, Rich gets everyone to come in the room, which I'm kind of like, I kind of thought this was going to be like a one visit at a time and kind of not tire her out. But, okay, Bridget, I guess you feel like that's the best course of action. So this is what we're doing. So everyone's there. Everyone is crowding her. Because for some odd reason, that seems like it's a productive thing to do. Now, Steffi can barely talk. She looks at everyone, and I think she mutters the word Sheila. Now, Sheila has that look on her face like, I am so screwed. I am so done. I'm sitting there thinking, girl, what are you still doing here? Shouldn't you be, I don't know, trying to hide out at Genoa City or somewhere? Anywhere except for here? I mean, this woman is waking up. What do you think's going to end up happening? Are you just going to finish the job and kill her off? Like, well, what are you doing? Because I feel like that's the only way that's going to stop her problem at this point, is to kill off Steffi. But we all know that that's not going to happen because this woman has been on air, well, before I started watching the show. And I don't think she's going anywhere. But I'm just like, what are you still doing here, boo? And then she comes in the hospital room. What are you thinking? This woman who you just shot woke up. You want to sit there and tell me why the hell you're actually in her room? Are you waiting for her to sit there and point the finger and be like, she shot me? And then Sheila just stands there and what? What are you going to do? What's your plan? I'm not going to lie, that part made no sense. But okay, this is where we're at this point. Really, that's about it for the most part, because everything else is kind of just like, mm, um, um, yeah, I feel like that's about it. I don't really know what else to sit there and say about this episode, because nothing else really happened, or anything worth talking about, I can imagine. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.